Greetings, Manchester City supporters. Welcome to another video on the channel, where we bring you all the latest updates on our beloved club. But before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to stay informed about everything happening at Manchester City. Now let's get straight to it. Manchester City is going through a challenging period this season. The current Premier League champions seem to be facing a real struggle to maintain the momentum of their victorious campaigns in recent years. After a series of disappointing results, the team has been unable to find its best form and is now enduring a winless streak. The most recent draw, a 1-1 result against Everton on Boxing Day at the Etihad, is a clear reflection of this unstable phase. It was one of those matches where City, despite dominating possession, failed to convert superiority into goals. In the end, the point gained felt more like relief than celebration. The team appears far from what you'd expect from a side competing at the top of the table. With the draw, Manchester City now sits in 7th place in the Premier League, a staggering 14 points behind leaders Liverpool. Worse still, Liverpool has a game in hand, which means the gap could widen further. These figures make the team's situation increasingly precarious, especially for a club with ambitions of securing silverware. Now you might be asking, how did we get to this point? Well, the answer isn't simple. City has been facing numerous difficulties, and the issues aren't limited to subpar performances. The squad, which has always been one of the most complete in the world, is now plagued by injuries affecting all areas of the team. Key players like Rodri and Oscar Bob are sidelined for considerable periods, and other important names such as Ruben Dias, Ederson, Jack Grealish, Kyle Walker, and John Stones have also missed games. The absence of Rodri, in particular, has been a massive blow for the team. The Spanish midfielder, who has become a crucial part of Pep Guardiola's system, has been out since September with a serious injury, which might even keep him out long-term. His absence is especially felt in the way City has lost control of the midfield in several games, such as the draw against Everton. These setbacks have made it difficult for City to rediscover its rhythm, and this directly impacts on-field performance. The attack, which was already underwhelming, has become even more limited. The team tries, but inspiration seems to be lacking in many moments, and even the talented options on the bench haven't been able to compensate for the quality missing from the starting lineup. But what can be done to turn this situation around? What does Manchester City need to become the footballing machine we all know again? The answer might lie in the upcoming January transfer window, which is fast approaching. The January transfer window is practically upon us, and Manchester City is preparing to be very active in the market. Given the challenges the team is facing, it wouldn't be surprising to see the club moving to strengthen the squad and provide the necessary boost to turn things around in the Premier League. According to sources like Fabrizio Romano, City is eyeing specific positions to bolster the team. While Manchester City is usually more cautious during the winter window, this season is different. The club seems aware that it must act to prevent the season from slipping further away. Expectations are that City will secure at least 2 or 3 new signings to breathe new life into the team and address gaps that have been problematic in recent months. Romano reports that the club aims to strengthen the squad primarily in defense, midfield, and attack. The first priority is to address the void left by Rodri's absence, but City is also considering reinforcements in other areas to improve squad depth and competitiveness. Midfield, for instance, is an area that clearly needs attention. With Rodri out for such a long time, City has struggled to find someone capable of commanding the midfield as effectively as the Spaniard. Additionally, the defense, which looked solid at the start of the season, now requires reinforcement to face the challenges of the months ahead. Romano also suggests that Manchester City might look for a new attacker if a good opportunity arises in the market. Although Erling Haaland has been one of the team's top scorers, City lacks quality options on the wings and may need someone to bring more dynamism to the attack. One of the club's significant concerns this season has been offensive performance, particularly on the flanks. The team, once known for its fluid and quick style of play, seems to have lost some of that rhythm. With the departure of key players in the attacking sector and others still adapting, City needs a swift solution. One option being considered by the club is signing Mohamed Kudus, a West Ham player. The Ghanaian winger, who has been shining in the Premier League, might be the piece City needs to reignite its attacking spark. Kudus has demonstrated impressive dribbling skills and a strong ability to score goals, something City has lacked in some recent matches. Kudus joined West Ham from Ajax in 2023 and has adapted exceptionally well to the Premier League since then. The 24-year-old has been a standout for the London club, contributing goals and assists, and above all, showing great offensive versatility. He can play both as a winger and in midfield, making him a compelling option for Pep Guardiola. With 3 goals and 1 assist in his last 7 matches, Kudus has shown he has what it takes to thrive in England. His dynamic style of play, averaging an impressive 3.8 successful dribbles per game, and his knack for getting into scoring positions make him a valuable addition for any team aiming for titles. However, signing Kudus won't be easy. City will face stiff competition from other Premier League clubs such as Liverpool, Arsenal, and Newcastle, who are also interested in the player. Nevertheless, City has the advantage of offering a more solid project, with the opportunity to compete for top-level titles, which could be a significant draw for the Ghanaian. With the January transfer window approaching, the activity in the market is intensifying, and Manchester City is not alone in its search for reinforcements. The competition for quality players, such as Mohamed Kudus, promises to be fierce, with clubs like Liverpool, Arsenal, and Newcastle also looking to strengthen their squads. Each of these clubs has its own goals and needs, and City will undoubtedly need to act swiftly and strategically to ensure their priorities are met. Liverpool, for example, is coming off a solid season and has a significant advantage in terms of points at the top of the table. With a well-balanced squad, Jurgen Klopp's team will likely aim to add a few key pieces to maintain their Premier League lead. This means City will be competing directly with the Reds for targets in the market, making negotiations even more complex. However, one of Manchester City's advantages is its sporting project. Under Pep Guardiola's leadership, the club has consistently competed at the highest levels, both in the Premier League and European competitions. This makes City an incredibly attractive option for players like Kudus, who are likely to prefer joining a team with a strong chance of winning titles. The fact that City is willing to invest heavily in the January market demonstrates the club's commitment to turning its situation around and staying in the title race. Additionally, City already boasts a talented squad with world-class players in various positions. While the team has struggled with consistency in recent matches, the individual talent within the squad remains one of its greatest assets. With Guardiola's tactical expertise and experience, he has the tools to find the right solutions and guide the team back to the top of the table. Therefore, Manchester City is not just seeking reinforcements to complement the squad, but to become stronger and more competitive with the ambition of securing more titles. As Manchester City prepares for strategic moves in January, the situation surrounding Sindo, one of the most talked-about signings of the last transfer window, remains a central topic at the club. The 20-year-old Brazilian forward was signed for a significant $30.8 million fee after an impressive stint in Spanish football with Granada. However, Sindo's adaptation to the Premier League has been more challenging than many anticipated. In 23 matches across all competitions so far, the young forward has yet to score a goal. Furthermore, his contributions to the team have been limited, with only 2 assists in 15 league matches. These numbers fall short of expectations for a player brought in to strengthen the attack of a team with title ambitions. Pressure on Sindo has mounted as the team continues to face difficulties in the attacking department. In games like the one against Everton, where City dominated possession but failed to score the winning goal, the young forward fell short of expectations. Despite winning a penalty during the match, his overall performance has yet to justify his high transfer fee. While he has shown flashes of talent, he is still struggling to adapt to the demanding pace of the Premier League. This raises the question, should Pep Guardiola give Sindo more time to adapt to English football, or is it time to look for another option in the market? While the player's potential is evident, Manchester City may need an immediate reinforcement, someone who can bring impact and quality to the attack right away. This is where Kudus emerges as an attractive option. As the club works to resolve the Sindo situation, the January transfer window will be crucial for Manchester City's immediate future. Adding new players to the squad is not just about replacing injured or underperforming individuals, but also about providing the depth needed to continue competing for the title. With the points gap to Liverpool growing, every game will be decisive in the second half of the season, and the signings made in January could be key to keeping the title dream alive. Pep Guardiola, known for his ability to find tactical solutions and adapt his team as needed, has already proven to be a master at making adjustments that positively influence matches. However, he also knows that at the highest level, tactical tweaks alone are not enough. New signings are essential to bring fresh options, energize the squad, and increase competitiveness. Bringing in quality players like Kudus could be the solution Manchester City needs to revitalize their attack and restore confidence within the team. Moreover, the fact that City is aware of its needs and willing to spend in the January market is a clear signal that the club is not discouraged by the challenges faced this season. Instead of settling for the current situation, City is seeking to strengthen and improve its chances of success in the Premier League and other competitions. One of Manchester City's biggest obstacles this season has been injuries. Despite having a squad filled with world-class players, the team has struggled to perform consistently due to the absence of key figures. As mentioned earlier, Rodri's absence is a significant loss for the team, but other players such as Ruben Dias, Jack Grealish, and John Stones have also missed crucial matches, leaving the team without its usual stability. Injuries have forced Guardiola to constantly change the team's lineup and make tactical adjustments during games. The lack of a stable core in the starting 18 is one of the factors contributing to the inconsistent results. Additionally, the pressure on backup players to adapt quickly has increased, which is always a challenge, especially in a league as competitive as the Premier League. This makes the importance of January signings even more evident, not only to fill the gaps caused by injuries, but also to provide the squad with the depth needed to compete on all fronts. If Manchester City can add quality reinforcements to their defense and midfield, they will ensure the team has more options and can maintain a high level of performance throughout the season. What do you think about the moves Manchester City should make in the January window? Which positions do you believe are most urgent to strengthen to give the team a chance to get back in the title race? Share your opinions in the comments below. In times of difficulty, such as the challenges Manchester City is facing this season, the role of the manager becomes even more crucial. Pep Guardiola, as one of the best coaches in the world, bears the responsibility of finding solutions to help the team overcome adversities and regain the form that made them champions. His philosophy of football demands that his players perform at their best, both physically and mentally, and this season has shown that City is not always able to reach the consistent level that characterizes Guardiola's great teams. The Spanish coach is renowned for his ability to transform teams, whether through tactical adjustments or the motivation and emotional management of his players. However, even with his experience and expertise, he cannot do everything on his own. Guardiola knows he needs players who can respond to his style of play and who, in moments of need, can stand out when the team requires it most. January signings, therefore, become a natural extension of the manager's work. He has already proven his ability to get the best out of players with different characteristics, and strengthening the squad with players who meet City's technical requirements could provide the necessary boost to recover the team's performance. Although Guardiola has the trust of his players and the ability to maximize their potential, injuries and the adaptation struggles of players like Sindo can become burdensome. The manager must be able to recognize that not all players will adapt immediately, and that sometimes it is necessary to take a step back and seek alternatives. This decision-making process is one of the manager's greatest responsibilities, and the arrival of new players during the transfer window could resolve these issues, providing the team with more options and tactical flexibility. The 2024-2025 season has been a roller coaster for Manchester City, and the pressure to win titles is constant. The club, seen as one of the strongest contenders for the Premier League title, now finds itself 14 points behind Liverpool, who lead the table. While there is still much to play for, City's struggle to remain competitive at the top of the table places significant pressure on the players and coaching staff. The desire to remain one of the dominant forces in world football is a constant motivation for Manchester City. The club has heavily invested in talent and infrastructure over the years, and the fans expect consistent results. With every match, the pressure to maintain competitiveness grows, especially when the gap to the league leaders is so large. With the transfer window approaching, the club has an opportunity to change its fortunes and reverse its trajectory. Quality signings are not just a way to strengthen the squad, but also a clear message to players and fans. City is committed to maintaining its position among the giants of European and world football. Although catching Liverpool will be a difficult task, the team has the resources and talent to stage a comeback. However, they need more squad options and adjustments to become more competitive in the weeks and months ahead. The January window represents a unique opportunity for Manchester City. While the club has a solid foundation, some changes in the squad could be pivotal in recovering success and addressing the deficiencies seen so far. The offensive sector, in particular, has been one of the biggest concerns. Sindo's struggle to adapt to the Premier League and Rodri's injury, which left a gap in midfield, are clear examples of City's challenges in key areas of the pitch. The pursuit of a new attacking player, such as Mohamed Kudus, is an important step in revitalizing the offensive sector. Kudus, who has impressed at West Ham, has the qualities necessary to add value to the team. His dribbling skills, vision, and goal-scoring ability make him an attractive prospect for City, especially given the team's struggles on the wings and in creating plays. Additionally, the potential signing of a defender is also a priority for Manchester City. The club needs to ensure it has enough options to cope with injuries and other unforeseen issues in the defensive line. Guardiola's tactical flexibility can be better utilized if he has more alternatives to choose from, particularly if adjustments are needed during matches or if the team continues to face key player absences. These moves are crucial as City needs to maintain its competitiveness and fight for the title. January signings are fundamental to ensuring the team has the depth and quality to compete on all fronts and mount an impressive recovery this season. Although the current season has been full of challenges for Manchester City, the prospect of a promising future remains very much alive. The club has a first-class infrastructure, a highly competent coaching staff, and, above all, world-class players. The January window will not only be a chance to correct the mistakes of the first half of the season, but also an opportunity for the club to reinforce its long-term ambitions. Pep Guardiola, even with the pressure to turn the team around and catch Liverpool, understands that City's long-term project is what truly matters. The signings made in this transfer window are not only intended to improve the team in the present, but also to ensure the club remains at the forefront of world football for many years to come. In an increasingly competitive transfer market, Manchester City has all the tools necessary to recover and ensure the team returns to its winning ways. For City fans, the coming months will be decisive, and the decisions made now will have a direct impact on what lies ahead. The path to recovery and title contention begins with smart moves in the market, and all eyes are on the reinforcements to come. And that wraps up another video with all the updates and expectations for the future of our Manchester City. If you enjoyed the content and want to keep up with everything about the team, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Your participation is crucial for us to continue bringing comprehensive information and analysis about City. Big thanks, fans, and we'll see you in the next video.